Hi, welcome everyone to Omar's podcast. Fuck Alex. We got rid of him. Alex is my other co-host for the other one. I don't I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but
Uh, I did listen to one. He's not with you anymore?
no, I was just fucking around.
Oh.
Yeah, he was actually supposed to be on this one too, but then he called me that he had to work, so we're doing it solo, baby.
Dang, it would've been nice
Yeah,
to meet him though. It'd be
I
nice to
know.
talk to him.
Well, everybody, welcome Aaron. Aaron is well, go ahead and say what you do for a living, all that fun stuff.
So, I'm recently a new graduate nurse. I am currently working in psychiatry, also do home health, occasionally doing, immunoglobulin infusions and TPN infusions, and, occasionally also post-acute rehab nurse. So, it's kind of a lot, but
Can you explain those last three like I'm five?
which one? Like the post-acute rehab? I will do that one first. That one's not too much. It's almost like a PCU unit, kind of a step up from like med-surg, like your typical, bed-bound hospital patients. But basically, we try to rehabilitate them. We work with physical therapy, occupational therapists. They're pretty sick. Some of them have blood transfusions that need to be done. Um, Infusions as needed. I'm kind of packed though on the patient load. It's kind of not typical, at least from what I'm hearing in the state of Arizona, but I have like 7 patients at
Are you
one
in the state
time.
of Arizona right now?
Yes, I currently live there.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've been living here for about 2 years. And in the home health, I just go to people's homes and also do infusions there, hook them up. Pretty easy and self-explanatory.
Yeah. You go through insurance and all that, I assume, right?
Yes, yes, but I don't really deal much about that, thank God, because I hate insurances. So scummy.
Oh,
So
yeah.
scummy.
The scum of the earth, insurance. Besides lawyers, I
Yes,
think.
terrible.
Damn. So how long have you been doing this now?
About a few months. So I
Oh, shit.
graduated in December of last year, with my bachelor's at Grand Canyon University. So
Hell yeah,
yeah,
dude.
I'm like a new fresh born baby in the world. So
Yeah. How are you liking it, though?
I love it. My favorite is obviously psychiatry. I love being a psychiatric nurse. Um, it's just a completely different world than your typical hospital patients.
Yeah. So what does that
So
one entail?
so I work at Oasis. It's located in Chandler. Um I take care of almost any age range, up to I would say like 9 to maybe late 50s, depending on who our patient is. But we get all types. We get like children with autism, delinquent, court ordered, delinquent behavior. So anyone that sees fit with the parents submitting them, and like, hey, have my child with these certain behaviors, maladaptive behaviors, and then we kind of work towards that. We get adults that are usually voluntary. If not all of them are voluntary. They just kind of see they need help with detoxing, such as with like fentanyl and opioid use, alcohol withdrawals, or your typical anxiety, depression, med reconciliation. They need a update on their meds. So that's kind of what goes on in that world.
So you work hand in hand with a psychiatrist for like home visits, right?
No, that one's kind of inpatient, so it's technically it's a hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when you go in, it's we have like different steel doors. We have seclusion rooms. It's pretty crazy actually. You have to, we actually there has been times where I would have to give B-52 shots. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No, I've just heard of
B-52
the
shots.
band B-52s. Is that
B-52s.
like a
No,
tranquilizer?
basically, we
Damn.
like inject them with them, and we put them in seclusion, and it's behind a steel door, and that's when things escalate. Obviously, we're trying our best to de-escalate the situation, right? Verbally, do whatever we can to accommodate the person, but when they are putting themselves at risk for harm and others, sometimes we have no choice to carry them and, escort them to seclusion. And then if it gets out of control within there, we get doctor's orders to get IM injections. And
Which is kinda like the B-52 thing?
yeah, so B-52 entails of Benadryl, right? Depending on how big the patient is, it can range up to like 50 milligrams of Benadryl, and then in a different syringe because you can't mix them two together. It's Haldol Ativan, which Haldol is also known as haloperidol. And if you tend to mix those three together, especially with the Benadryl, supposedly it precipitates together, so it actually forms into a solid. So that's why we give two separate injections. So Benadryl in one and Haldol Ativan in another.
So if you mix all
Um,
3, it can, like,
Like, basically turn into,
coagulate
like, a
in
s
their
yeah,
blood?
coagulate, and we don't want that, obviously, because 1, it wouldn't be as effective, and 2, you don't wanna give a patient,
Yeah,
like,
give 'em
a
a fucking heart attack
injected
or
in
something?
bolus. Yeah, emboli.
Damn, dude. So the
So,
seclusion rooms, is that kinda like those white rooms with the fucking padding all over?
uh,
Yeah. You
close
put them in a
to it.
straitjacket?
We don't we have a smock, kinda looks like that, where we take off their scrubs, and they're just, like obviously, if it's women, they have a bra underneath and underwear, and then we just have them, like, in this, like, kind of like, like the furniture that you cover, like that
Yeah, like a
like that
couch
mat,
cover.
like a couch cover, kind of
Yeah.
like that, and we put them into that. But I would say our seclusion rooms aren't padded. There's cement and a steel door, so
Jesus.
yeah.
So what's the craziest one that you've seen so far that required someone to go into one of those seclusion rooms?
Ooh,
I know you've only been there for 5 months. I'm sure there's already something.
no, I've seen some. I would say I haven't seen anything too crazy. I've heard of something real crazy, so I'll share 2 stories. So one that I heard and one that I experienced. I'll give you the first one that I experienced. Had a patient, massive. I don't know what they're feeding these kids. She was, I wanna say 6'1", 320 pounds. She
Fucking
was
linebacker.
massive, massive, like, and oh, there's a few, now I'm thinking about it, but, um, she was R2, right, restricted to the unit, so they can't program. We have a certain program they follow to kinda give them structure throughout the day, right? Especially with the adolescents, uh, they're kind of involuntary, that makes sense, so
Yeah.
they're either there because the parents or whatever guardian thinks that they need, treatment, whatever the case is. But this patient was an RTU, and she was upset, so because she was upset, she decided to punch another kid in the face just for no reason. It was just, like, out of anger, punched her, and then I remember it was 3 of us there to, restrain her and seclude her because 'cause we're like, "Hey, you need to go in seclusion, like, you can't just hit someone," and she's like, "No," so she tried to posture on us, she tried fighting us, and I remember she required 2 B-52s because how big she was and how aggressive she was.
Yeah.
She was saying like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna fight all of you, like, I don't give a fuck, like, I am the biggest person here," and over time, I guess the unit got tired of her bullying other kids just for no reason, so they ended up jumping her after we, restrained and seclude her. They have these,
The
like, bracelets
the other
that
kids
they
jumped
have.
her?
Yeah, other kids jumped her.
Jesus.
They had these bracelets, these trackers on their wrists, and they decided I don't know how they took them off, but they took them off and put it on their fist like a brass knuckle. So, they jumped her, and ever since then, she's been calm.
I mean, bullies sometimes need to get bullied back just so they can chill out.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
No.
wild.
Wasn't too crazy, but it just I think how big she was and how aggressive is just even people that work there have never seen anyone, uh, afraid of a girl before, especially a whole unit. Like, that never really happens.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's gonna be bullying everywhere, but she was a massive girl.
Was she Samoan?
And no, she was African American.
Oh, damn.
The second craziest thing that I've heard that I wasn't there for was, a guy was severely hallucinating, uh, and he was on one-on-one. So we need a doctor's order for that to have someone within, like, arm's reach at all times. So this one-on-one had to use the restroom. No one was there to relieve him. I don't know for what reason, but he or she decided to leave to use the restroom and come back quickly as they can. When they came back, he had took out his eyeballs. He kinda, like, ripped them out. That was the whole reason why he was on 101 is because he was vocalizing to the nurse and the doctor that he wanted to rip his eyeballs out, so that puts him at harm, and so we put him on 101. Um, he had very severe schizophrenia,
I was gonna ask if
so
he was on drugs or schizophrenia.
yeah, it wasn't drug induced. I don't know, I mean, it could be drug induced schizophrenia, but, like, it wasn't he wasn't hallucinating from any drugs, at
At
least
that
that
time.
I was aware of at the time.
Yeah.
Um, but I can't fathom on how someone can do that with the amount of pain that you can go through. It must have been really bad for someone to gouge out their eyeballs because how bad they're hallucinating.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if hallucinogens like that end up just, like, taking you out of your body so you just don't feel anything. I don't know. I've never been on that heavy of a hallucinogen.
Maybe DMT? Maybe DMT. No, I don't know. I never tried DMT, but I have you? Have you tried DMT?
Ye no? I
You gotta tell me that experience. You can't.
okay, so I tried it once. I was young, I don't do it now, I'm a father, I'm a professional safety guy, I don't do it now, but I did try it once.
How
It's,
old were you?
like
You don't have to disclose that.
22, 23 around there.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's essentially just it kinda just takes you for a ride. So, I took a hit of the pen that they had, and I sat on the couch, and it's like being on a roller coaster. Have you been to Disneyland when they have the, what's it, the Star Tours one?
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know when
yes,
it
yes.
takes off and the stars are passing by? That's kinda how it
Yes.
was. Yeah.
What's
I
the name of that
didn't
ride? Damn it.
I think it's Star Tours.
Space Mountain?
No, 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 I think it's called Star Tours.
Oh, really? Okay, then probably not. I think, like, confusing it with Space Mountain with like, it looks all dark and it just looks like you're in space. It's a roller
Yeah,
coaster?
but this one's one of those rides that just kinda shakes, and it's mainly the screen is what's, like, the attraction. It's not one that moves around.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't think it did,
I'm
but I
pretty
can
sure it's
kinda
Star
get the
Tours, but it's Star Wars related, but yeah, that's how it feels because it just takes you for a ride. I was supposed to take another hit to be able to go to the other side and see the little green people that people see, but that was it. I was like, "No, that's good enough. I just need to experience that just to see what it's like. That's it."
yeah, it's actually pretty scary,
It
actually, because
it's
how
intense, dude.
it's really intense. I mean, the furthest I've gone with you as well as, shrooms,
I don't know what
and
you're talking about, Aaron.
and other
I've never done shrooms. I'm kidding, I did when I was young and not a father. Ye
No, this was a while ago. This was, like, when I was,
oh,
like, 19. I'm 26 now.
yeah, that was my
Time
first time
flies, man.
trying it.
Yeah, it was
That's
with
intense. I still
yeah,
think everybody should try it at least once because it really does it, like, opens your mind to new possibilities, I guess, like, a new way of thinking. That's what it did for
yeah.
me, I don't know.
No, it did the same for me, although I feel like it brought a lot of trauma out, definitely. I would say it brought a lot of unresolved trauma, and it kinda made me feel kinda took me back to, like, when I was a kid, that same feeling, that I experienced as a child into adulthood. It just, like, looking up, a side of me that was, I don't know, hibernating or asleep, should I say.
Yeah, yeah, 'cause it mushrooms really puts you in, what's the word? Like, in touch with your emotions that you typically just put them down, you know? Because
Mhm.
anytime you feel anything negative, you just kinda push it down. You're like, "Ah, whatever. I'm just gonna forget about this." But you don't forget about it. It's harboring inside of you. And yeah,
Mhm.
mushrooms does a good job of just bringing that out, making you all depressed and shit.
Yeah.
Depends on your
That's funny.
emotion, but yeah, it could put you in a bad state.
Yeah.
So
No, definitely.
you guys never used a horse tranquilizer on anybody?
No. No, that would no. I mean, I don't know what really horse tranquilizer entails. I don't know what is inside. Or do you know what's inside a horse
N
tranquilizer?
I don't. Hold on.
Let's look it up. 'Cause that'd be pretty wild to do that to you. I think it would probably kill a human for sure.
I think honestly, I think it depends on the size of the human. Xylazine
Silencing. No, I
is
was
a
just looking at that very
is a
name.
primary ingredient in horse tranquilizers, commonly sold under brand names like Rompum, Anazed, Cetazine. I don't know any of these words. It is a non-opioid sedative.
Wow.
Any of that ring a bell?
No, yeah, but I no, we don't definitely use that, at least that not that I heard of.
I don't know, on that 6'2", 300 pounder, you might have had to.
Yeah, honest extreme sedation, extreme danger to humans. There's nothing to reverse it too. We don't have, like, Narcan, naloxone
How
to
m do
reverse
you,
it.
have you had to, Narcan anybody yet?
Yeah, someone was actively overdosing in the mission, and, we had code blues. So code blues obviously is like it's a medical emergency. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've seen a guy take like 4 or 5 Narcans in like one go. I
Still didn't work?
It worked, and then at the 5th one, but I was like, even my CNO, like my chief nursing officer, she's like, I never seen anyone use that many Narcans before. So we have to call 911. I mean, I think we have an EKG at hand. We do obviously have Narcan. We do have certain like assessment tools like our blood pressure machine and stuff, but we do have to call 911 because it's not your typical like medical hospital, it's a psychiatric hospital. So
Oh,
we have to
gotcha.
call 911, and there's only so much we can do, to save them besides like our regular BLS,
Yeah.
compressions. And
I'm sure there's a limit to how many Narcans you can do on someone, right?
I'm pretty sure actually they never I don't know what the limit is, to be quite honest with you, nor did I learn the limit of that in nursing school, probably did, but there's so much that was
Yeah,
learned in a
there's a
short
lot of
period of
stuff.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 months
Because
is not a long time.
can you overdose from Narcan? Did you learn that?
I'm pretty sure it has a opposing effect, but I don't that's a good question. I should know that. I should know that.
Next time we talk, you better know it.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Yeah. So is the plan to go to, like, a regular hospital and be a nurse eventually, or you're cool with what you're doing right now?
I'm cool with what I'm doing. Um, Eventually, I'm gonna go back to become a nurse practitioner within, I would say, around next year, so I can learn a little bit more. Because I feel like nursing school was too short. Like I couldn't grasp everything that I would like. I did grab the foundations, but you really do learn more on the field. And I'll probably get backlash because the whole thing is that not many experienced nurses are going into practice, which is a very bad thing in my opinion. There should there should be a requirement of, hey, you have to have experience on the floor for at least 5 years before we accept you into a nursing program. But instead, we got new graduates like me going in right away, and
That's a
having
lot.
no hands-on. But, like, I'm not gonna become, like, in the medical, I'm gonna go more psychiatric. So I'm already having experience off the bat, so I would have a year experience with psychiatry because you can specialize within certain fields. But for someone who's doing, like, family nurse practitioning or, emergency medicine and stuff, that to me, requires a lot of nursing hands-on experience, and that would be beneficial to that, but some of them are just being accepted, like, off the bat, and it's scary. It's
It is
very scary
scary.
because we have people right now is functioning as, like, mini doctors or under the supervision of a doctor, and they're prescribing meds and not really fully understanding that there's
What
so many
yeah, there's side
things.
effects and with yeah. Damn, dude,
I mean,
that's
we do
fucking
learn
scary.
that, like, but not yeah, it's very dangerous, so
Yeah, so someone could be right out of school and just go f give someone some medication that they don't even know what it's gonna do to them. Hopefully not,
prescribed.
right? I think a doctor kinda steps in.
Yes, but from what I've seen so far, I mean, nurse practitioners, at least in the state of Arizona, are very independent. So, I mean, unless some like red flags pop up and, but I mean, thankfully we haven't had anything bad. Oh, we actually did. And I don't know if you heard in Arizona, someone, I think it was a coach that had died because a nurse gave him methadone and he wasn't supposed to receive methadone.
Was he allergic
Um,
or
No, he came in for anxiety, depression. He was a coach that was struggling in Arizona, and he had severe depression, so he went in and made himself voluntary, and wanted to seek help. And the nurse decided to give him medication that he wasn't supposed to receive, and I think they got I don't know what original medication he was supposed to get, but it was something that was similar, sounded similar to that other med, and
Oh, shit.
yeah, and the nurse gave it to him, and he was really young. I think he was in his 30s, 40s, maybe, latest, and he ended up dying. I remember it was a very big thing out here
Damn,
in the
dude,
med
that's heavy
area.
on the nurse. That's heavy everywhere.
Yeah.
What happens if that happens, like, to the nurse? Can they be charged with anything, or is it, like, are you protected through the hospital somehow?
Um, ooh, that depends. I think regardless, you can get, like, a civil lawsuit, so family can sue you. So that's why we have, like, malpractice insurance. Sometimes the hospital offers that automatically, but I think for the most part, we have to get it on our own, just kinda save our asses,
Yeah.
when we make a mistake. Um, but I you can get federally charged, like, for, like, reckless
Manslaughter,
homicide if
probably. Oh,
where, like yeah, regular same thing almost.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, manslaughter. So,
Damn, dude.
you can
Ca
actually go to jail.
Be careful out there, dude. Don't give anybody the wrong shit.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't think I ever will, but again, like, you just knock on wood. Unless, like, I'm very drained and, like, we did a 5 days in a row, obviously that fatigue sets in and,
Yeah,
overworked, and so that's kinda, like, what happens.
yeah.
Mm.
What are your hours like?
Just 12 hours. 12 hours a day, on for 3, off for 4, so it's pretty
That's
nice,
not
and
bad,
then
dude.
the days that I are off, I work at home health, and even that doesn't even feel like work, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I wanna go watch Star Wars, a live orchestra in Arizona with my patient, and it was really
Nice.
nice, and I got paid for the whole day for that, so
So, why are you there? In case something happens and you have to, like,
mhm,
perform CPR or something?
mhm. Mhm,
Damn.
or I just have to, like, unhook him for the TPN infusion and, change his Foley bag and stuff, but because the family doesn't know how to do that, so
Yeah.
they need someone to be sent to do that, and then obviously monitor him throughout the way, but he's pretty stable for the most part, and he's at home, so
Can you make a good living doing just that?
home health, if I get a higher patient load, yes, because right now, I make 16 an hour doing home health, and that's just starting off as a new grad, and that's not bad. um, Especially in the state of Arizona. Eventually,
Yeah.
it can go higher as you gain experience and stuff. But I know Arizona is not the greatest state when it comes down to pay. I think for new grads at Banner is like 32 bucks an hour, which is like nothing.
Damn.
So it really just depends, like who you know, like what you know, kind of thing. But
Yeah. Like anywhere else, if you have connections, you can just get a pretty good job.
mhm.
So what made you choose Arizona then?
I got a scholarship out here, full
Oh,
ride.
sick.
So I took it because how expensive private school was in California. Private schools can range up to like at least 100 to 140,000. I mean, Stanbridge was like $200,000 for nursing school, which was outrageous. It's not even worth getting that much in debt for a degree that doesn't even pay that much a year.
Yeah.
Um,
Just another scam.
just another scam. And then community colleges, which was the route to take, is like really cheap. You either go in, finish 2 years, get $3,000 in debt, and you're fine because you're gonna make a lot of profit in the long run.
Yeah.
Um, but you have to wait years to get in sometimes because how packed it is. So saturated now, nursing.
Really?
Everyone's trying to get in. Yeah, everyone's trying to get in, at least in California. So out here, I went to a private school, and then there's also a fast track. So 16 months, it's usually about 2 years, and their program costs about 55,000. But since I got the scholarship, thankfully I didn't have to pay anything. So I just took it. The money that I was going to pay off my debt with, I bought a house. So
Have
kind
a
of
house
just,
now?
hmm
Good shit, dude. That's awesome.
yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm happy for you. Look
Thank
at
you.
you,
Thank
all
you.
grown up and shit.
Growing up, I feel like there's a lot of things I still need to
Uh,
learn, but, I'm getting there. I'm getting
Don't
there.
worry, I'm 35 and I'm still figuring it out, so
Yeah.
yeah, as long as you make
So
the
you
right
have a house out there?
choices. No, not yet. I I don't have, 700,000 for a house yet. We're trying to save up.
I know, hey, I know you got money though.
I got money saved up for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty stingy when it comes to money.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
you're smart with it. You know what to say. Are you currently living with family or
So right now we're in San Jose. I'm on a project out here. I've been traveling for the last 3 years for work.
oh, yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I've been in, Washington, DC, Ohio, Kentucky, but the last, like, 2 years, I've been in, Northern California. Well, Central, I guess, in the Bay Area. Yeah,
Pretty
so I was in
expensive.
San Francisco for, like, 9 months, and then, San Jose, I've been here for over a year now. It's cool, though. I actually like it out here.
I gotta go visit because I wanna see how it is up there in Central to North Cal.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, I hate Southern California. No hate no
Yeah.
no hate towards my Southerners, but I'm not a big fan of
Yeah,
SoCal at
well,
all.
you need 700,000 to over 1,000,000 to get a house. Traffic is up up the ass. It's terrible. It sucks though, because all my family's out there and all her family's out there, so we wanna go back so our kid could grow up with, cousins, family, but, dude, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hoping to win
no,
the
it's
lotto.
it's I don't want kids. So good for you for having kids. I don't think I want kids. So,
It's definitely hard. It's not for everyone. It's very, rewarding, though.
I
Yeah,
bet it
but it's
is.
definitely not for everyone because, dude, it's expensive, it's stressful, and if you're stressed at work and then you come home and it's a little more stress, it's, yeah, it's a little heavy. Luckily, we have a good
It's
kid.
yeah. No, you
Yeah.
literally have a beautiful child, so congrats
Thank
on,
you.
being a father. Crazy
It's
that
a
you have a
trip.
child.
I know. It's a trip, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little Omar, a little half of you in there, for
Oh, well,
sure.
little Omar's on the way. I got another one coming.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah.
When did,
She's due in September, and it's a boy. Little Omar.
oh, no way.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
hopefully he comes on the 20th because that's when my birthday is, but he's gonna be a September baby.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that lucky. That's, early September. I think the 7th.
That's so congrats. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
thank you, dude.
He's gonna have a little brother. She's
Yeah.
gonna have a little
So,
brother, yeah.
hopefully with that, we're okay, but I think a 3rd one is necessary to kinda throw it off a little bit.
When do you plan on having a third?
Yeah.
How many kids do you want? 5?
3. No, we're done. Dude, I'm too old to have that many kids. I'll be having kids at
3?
45, dude.
Dude, you're creating a whole that's cool, man.
Yeah.
3. That's all power to you. My
Yeah,
my friend
thank
out
you.
here has 3 children, and it's a handful, but I love kids. So they're such little mini adults, and they have so much potential. It's so interesting how they function.
They're awesome, dude. We just gotta protect them.
Yeah. No, literally.
Yeah, these poor
Literally.
kids, dude. I feel so bad for kids. Wait, let me go back to the nursing. Is the stereotype true about, Filipinos? Are mostly Filipinos nurses? Or most nurses Filipino?
I would say mm, I would say, a good amount. I wouldn't say not all, because in California, when I was working in the hospital, there was a lot of Filipinos where I worked, Barlow Respiratory Hospital, I don't know if you remember, um, by the Dodger Stadium, there's a lot. But when I went
Yeah.
to Kaiser, I didn't see that many. In Arizona, I didn't see that many out here either.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe just in California, depending on where you are.
Maybe
But that is
California.
definitely,
A
a
stereotype?
stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
if
the
you're a Filipino, you're most likely gonna be a nurse or somewhere in the medical field.
I would yeah. I've met a lot of people that have, like, that type of strict background. Like, I know, one of my coworkers is from Pakistan, and he told me that his parents only allowed him to be an engineer or a doctor. So he became an engineer.
Well, what made him go that route?
He didn't wanna be a doctor. That
Non
was the only choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
engineering, oh, that's a lot of math. That's all I gotta say. That's a lot of
I would not be able to be an
mm,
engineer. I'm
no,
alright where I am. I didn't go to school for a reason.
no,
See
but you're making really good a good living off of your career choice, like construction and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, dude,
Really good.
there's tons of work, they pay really well because a lot of people are or a lot of companies are having to put a big emphasis on safety. So, a lot of companies have to hire a safety guy, and they have to pay him well, so it's
Mhm.
pretty nice.
So is that your role?
Yeah, construction safety manager.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm a professional, dude.
What's the salary like, if you don't mind me asking?
Um,
Or roughly, like, on your position?
on the low end, you can get paid like 95,000. On the high
Oh,
end, you can
wow.
get like 160, 170.
Oh, that's solid. That's
Yeah,
really solid.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really solid.
It's the most thankless job in construction though, because nobody likes you. Everybody thinks you're a snitch. So I've
It's
I've learned to kinda balance it, to be like a friend, but then strict, you know? Like a nice balance, not be a safety cop, but be cool with the guys and be like, "Hey, come on, man, I'm just doing my job. Just fucking just do things right." And they're like, "Alright, my bad." So, you have to find the right way to approach any job you're doing,
yeah, it just
and I
ends up
finally got
and we end up having to purge, and then you're just first one to go. All your construction workers
Yeah, dude.
trying to, like, kill you. No, I mean, we have it just as bad, if not worse. I think actually nurses have it worse because we got patients that are coming for our neck and literally, and then we have, like, the doctors and, uh, we have a whole different stereotype too. I mean, you heard about, like, "Never date a nurse," as they say, which is,
I
like,
did,
very hasty generalization, but,
I
you
have
know,
heard
it's
that.
such, like, a very toxic, like, work field to be in. You got the cheaters, you got the people just sleeping around. This whole, what do you call it? I'm trying to look for that word. Making it
So,
their whole personality, kinda like a aesthetic. You know,
mm,
this nursing aesthetic that TikTok has kind of pinpointed and pigeonholed us, you know, like the
yeah.
figs and the hydro flask and oh god, so
Is there some truth to it though? Because you know how
yes.
some stereotypes are true.
No, yes, most
So
definitely.
yeah, so it comes from a place of truth. Obviously not
Mhm.
everybody.
No, obviously not everyone, but yes. Uh, yeah. I missed as suck as it was when COVID did hit, the amount of money that these people were making, which I didn't even know they're making that much, was a lot. A lot more than I thought they would have get paid for.
Like just any nurse?
Yeah, like, they're paying them I know some nurses that were making, like, 30K a month. You know, some of them were making, like, contracts, like, through travel, we're paying them, like, 10K a week, 12K a week.
Oh, because it was
Um,
hazard pay, right?
yeah, it was hazard paid, and then because we had a shortage at the time, they were picking up anyone, experienced or not. You know, they're rushing people through, like, graduation just to push them out just because we needed hands-on, and it was a whole ordeal, man. We had, like, patients literally died firsthand because we didn't have enough ventilators. You
Yeah.
know, like, nurses were actually physically fighting for ventilators for their patients.
Jesus.
It was a whole mess, but it was a really sad time to be in, and ever since then, the world has changed pretty much.
Yeah, dude, it's been weird.
It's been
Although
weird.
I did see a lot of nurses posting on TikTok. A lot of TikTok videos during that time. That's when, uh that's when Reddit, Scrubs Gone Wild was popping off. I don't know if you remember that.
I actually didn't even know I never had TikTok, to be honest with you. I think I tried it once, I was like, "No, it's not for me." And I don't have TikTok, though.
Yeah,
Thank
same.
God I don't.
I have like 200 messages that are unread because I never open it.
You have messages sent to you? I don't get any.
Well, yeah, my cousins, my lady sends a bunch, and I just never get to them. She knows to text me the message, that way I can open it, because I won't go to TikTok. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, so she has
yeah.
to send me a message so I could be able to open it and actually see what she wanted me to see.
Do you
I
have
got
all
some,
social medias right now?
I have Instagram, um, and then TikTok. That's pretty much it. But TikTok, I don't use it. Instagram, I rarely go on it because I have a busy workload. Yeah. So, the only time I'll go on is, if I get messages from the podcast, because we have an Instagram.
Mhm,
If I get those, that way there's back and forth. We have some, what's the word? Interaction? Is that the word?
mhm. How many
Whatever
followers
it
do you have
is.
right now?
Not that many.
Like 50?
On Instagram, I can't remember, but as far as actual listeners, we're pulling close to, like, 90 altogether,
That's a good amount of people.
it's
90, I
not
mean,
terrible.
no, it's not terrible, but 90 people is still 90 people, you
Yeah.
know? You
We
eventually
started with, like,
grow it.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
moving on up in the world, dude. And hopefully this pops off, I can start interviewing people, just random people. That'd be
Do you
nice.
have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have to start posting on there too. Like, I'm start putting shorts, that way it leads them to the actual video. But then YouTube is really restrictive. You can't say bad words, you can't say there's a bunch of shit you can't do. So right now we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts if anybody wants to stop by. Yeah. I
We'll
wrote
get you
down some
promoting.
questions for you because honestly, I thought you had been doing the nursing for longer.
No, really? Like
Yeah,
like 5 years experience? No. I mean, you could re-invite me onto the podcast, like, 3 years from now, and I'll probably have more information for you.
fair enough. Yeah, because these are mainly for like people that have been doing it for a long time. Because I'm sure you haven't. Have you seen anyone die yet?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been seeing people die since I was a monitoring tech in the ICU.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, yeah, I've been seeing people die. I remember when I first got myself in the medical field, I remember, like, bawling, like, crying, 'cause, like, how does that you can, like, see people die, like, all the time, and I remember asking, like, a medical director, he's a doctor, a pulmonologist, and I told him, I was like, "How do you do it?" And he's like, "As fucked up as it sounds, you just get used to it."
Yeah.
And, like, you really do, you become emotionally numb, and it's probably not healthy looking at it, but it's functional,
Well, yeah,
it's
you
very
have to find
functional.
a way to function at work.
Yeah.
Do you
So
feel like
you
it's
we
changed something though in your like personal life?
Yes, most definitely, and how I view death and, I remember constantly worrying about, like, my parents dying and, like well, just anyone that I love, like, dying, and it's just like, I know there's can be comfort provided to them. It's not such a bad outlook on death. People really have a bad outlook on death, and I think there's some kind of emotional comfort knowing that the pain and suffering ends at some point,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
that they're actually resting.
Mhm. So, it definitely changed me, made me a little bit tougher, more emotionally mature in areas, but I love it. I love being a nurse. I know it's not for everyone. A lot of people are getting overworked and hate it and get burnt out, but to me, is I always love learning, you know, and helping people is really a good upside to it.
Yeah.
Very rewarding.
Have you gotten any other nurses to talk to you about like how you work around the whole burnout thing?
Moving around different fields. So, like, being in the psychiatry field, like, it's nurses that came from the emergency department for years, worked as a travel nurse. You can move around. That's the great thing about nursing is that you don't necessarily have to be in one spot forever. You can go to management. You can work for schools. You can work at a lab. You can work for forensics. So whenever you feel like you need a change and you feel like I can't do this anymore, whether it's toxic or whatever the case is, or it's just too demanding, you can always go to something else. I can work from home, you can work at home and I mean, work in people's homes, so there's a lot of movement. So I would say like the way we really combat that is just getting ourselves out of that work environment and going somewhere else.
Yeah, well,
Or
yeah,
just
because
self-care.
well, yeah, meditation, working out, all that stuff.
Therapy,
Definitely
medication.
therapy.
There's a lot of nurses that I know there are a lot of nurses that are on SSRIs right now. There's a lot.
Are those antidepressants?
Mhm. Yes.
Damn. That's how you know it's a heavy job, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
rough.
emotionally, yes, for sure. Like, uh 'cause you just realize how fucked our medical system is, or, like, our whole system as a whole. A bunch of systems are messed up, but
Yeah.
our medical it's just terrible. Insurance, doctors not wanting to provide care because they know they won't get paid from certain types of people due to their insurance, so they don't wanna take certain patients. It's very grimy world once you really see, where it's not we're just pumping, where it's just all about charting. It's not so much it's like almost doing like a to-do list. It doesn't really feel like you're 100% there for the patient as much as you want to be.
Yeah.
It's more of like backing your ass up and pumping in medications, and it's all about numbers
Yeah,
and
it's,
proof.
what can I do to not get sued after this? What medication can I give this person so they can come back and get a
Mm,
medication for the side effects from that first medication?
mhm.
Pretty much.
That's all pretty much.
Yeah,
So, becomes very depressing very fast.
I bet. So are you kinda like an independent contractor or you work for, like, a specific hospital, or how does that work?
For the psychiatry, I work at a hospital, and then, the other one I am contract, the other 2 I am contract. Um, and then for home health specifically, I am my own, like, contractor, so I work underneath a company that helps me find jobs,
Mm,
so then I can provide my services to them.
and they just take a little cut.
They take a little cut, but it's not I actually don't get taxed anything until after. So it's like having my own LLC kind of ideal, just having my own business. So,
Yeah,
um, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
and that's the one that you went to the orchestra?
Mhm.
Oh, dude, I would be doing that every single day. Where are we going
Dude,
today? Disneyland? Let's do it.
have you actually been to a movie theater where they have live orchestra? So what they did was they somehow muted the music that plays during the movie in Star Wars, but kept like the voiceovers and stuff and everything.
Yeah,
And the whole time, like a live orchestra was just taking completely over the music.
and
And it
it's the
was
entire movie?
amazing. It was an entire movie, 2.5 hours, I think.
Damn,
Conductor was there, everyone. It was really good. Like, I
that's pretty
thought
sick.
it was really sick. So,
And they paid for your ticket?
yeah, they paid for my ticket.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a win-win that was. And you got front
Oh,
row
yeah,
probably?
man.
Is this guy in a
I
wheelchair?
was on the balcony, like those old, like, fashion theaters where you see,
Yeah,
I
where
was on the
Abraham Lincoln
balcony.
got shot.
Yeah.
That type of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn,
basically.
dude. That's sick. I would
Yeah.
love to do that. What
Yeah,
do I
it's
gotta do
nice, man.
to
It's
just
like
join a guy? Can you say that you need, you need a emotional support person to go with you?
basically.
Yeah,
Even then, he doesn't even, like, talk much, but, it's fun, man, and I enjoy it. It feels like a day off to me.
yeah. And do you get that same guy, or is it, like, does he get a choice of who he gets to go help him?
No, he doesn't so much get a choice. Obviously, I mean, not to say they don't have a choice. Like, if some nurse that they is obviously poorly mistreating them, he's like, "Oh, I don't want that nurse." You can definitely do that. That's kind of rarely the case, but we tend to like switch out because
Gotcha.
we have other things to do, and we have other people that are staffed and stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Mm, yeah,
I did see something similar to what you went to go see. We went to go, see the Avatar. It wasn't the entire movie, though, it was, like, clips of it, but it was an orchestra playing during the time, like, the video showing orchestra playing. So I did something similar, but not the entire fucking movie, that's a long time.
yeah. Well, that is a long time. Really, really long time. What was it? The new Avatar?
Um, no, it was the old one.
The original one, right?
I don't know. My lady wanted to
Yeah,
watch it.
that's the
I
one.
I didn't know anything about Avatar, dude.
I never really was a big fan of Avatar, but, everyone's loving the new film. Was it the 3rd one or something that came out recently? I
No
have no
idea. I'm
idea.
sure my lady knows, but,
Yeah, that's
yeah, not me. Alright, let me see if with some of these questions you can answer. What do you do personally to kinda decompress and get over, like, I guess, like, a tr not traumatic, but, like a I
bed
guess
rot.
traumatic?
Bed rot, just
Yeah,
lay
just
in bed
sit
and
in
just
bed,
eat. Yeah. No,
depressed.
I I'm already doing the work for my mental health even prior to actually, like, working as a, like, nurse. So, I mean, I I come home, I get my food, lay in bed, wash up, and then get prepared for the next day. But, I mean, walking, I go to the gym, I go to therapy, I'm on medication, so I have a whole regimen. But, like, to specifically turn it off, I just do. I I don't really take work home with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless I have, like, a very interesting story, to share with you, then, obviously that's a different, you know, circumstance. But,
So you feel
um
like therapy has helped?
Yes, yes. Takes a while to find the right therapist, but yeah, therapy does definitely help.
It's
I mean, you have
definitely hit and
different
miss.
it really is. I would say it's more miss than hits. It's definitely more miss than hits because sometimes therapy can just feel like what I'm doing now with you. It's like, I could do that with anyone. Why'd I have to pay you $120 just to talk to
That's a
someone?
very good point.
Like, I can call my mom if I wanted to vent and you acknowledge my feelings and stuff, but, very rarely do you come by a person that knows a lot, that actually is passionate about and they're constantly learning outside of work how to, you know, how to, like, learn about the current society. Because I mean, our world looks completely different, how it was. We don't have a anything to go off of anymore, we don't know
Yeah,
what the right answer is anymore just because our world hasn't looked like this at all in history, at
yeah,
all. So, seeing how many people are now coming in with riddling anxiety, depression, I mean, on a daily basis, like, especially seeing the stats, is like the statistical, like data on just how much has been increasing over the years. It's worrisome. It's very fascinating on the psychological aspect, but it also very terrifying, seeing it blow up like that. Like there's something that's going on that it's the reason why it's increasing. It's terrible.
yeah, and it's only gonna get worse.
Mm. So I hope not. Things could change, but if I had to predict, I would probably say is I don't think it's gonna get better anytime
Yeah,
soon at least.
yeah, because I'm sure, the food we eat, because everything we eat is garbage, right? All the
Mhm.
snacks we have in fucking Costco are just trash. The doom scrolling, the disconnect between people. Like, a lot of people that I talk to, it's usually online, and it's never the same. Until you see someone in person, it's like, "Oh, shit," like, the connection is actually there. I think there's a certain disconnect between people, and then, like I said, the social media, food, all that plays a part.
Huge part. Like the foundations that we once had are gone. I mean, think about it though. Like back then, you only had to worry about a few things within the radius that you're in, right? In the city that you're in the
Yeah,
colony that you're in, right? There's mostly solvable the problem.
yeah,
Now we're getting information across countries in the world on what's going on and the problems that they have, not including the problems that we have. And most of them are not solvable, at least to our immediate, you know, way of trying to help or solve the solution. And I mean, it's wild. We are bombarded by information every day, and I think so many people are overstimulated and overwhelmed. It's becoming an issue. Our social interactions, our interpersonal reactions are not as good as they are. It's everything. I mean, I can talk about hours about this, but it's it's a lot. It's not just like one culprit, right? We can't just pinpoint, oh, it's a social media issue, it's a diet issue. It's a multifaceted issue,
oh,
you
definitely.
know. And it's really hard because now it's like, well, what do I do? Like just cut everything off, and then you find out how bad our diet is. How they're putting a lot of things into our foods that's disrupting our microbiome and basically making our blood-brain barrier more permeable. So then birth a hypochondriac. And
Yeah. What honestly,
so
what can you do? You have to eat nothing, drink nothing, because even the water's garbage, so it's like you're gonna lose regardless of what you try to do.
I always tell people is that just try to minimize.
Mm.
It's not so much about eliminating it, it's about lowering the amount that you consume. I mean, we consume plastics in a week about a credit card a week. I think I told you that.
Or a year.
No,
Did it
it's
go
about
up
I
to a
think it's
week?
it went up to a week, if I'm not
Holy
mistaken. It was
shit.
a credit card a week on how much plastics we consume. I
Yeah,
mean, we're finding, like, newborns being born with plastic already in them, microplastics.
yeah, and the umbilical cord? Well, yeah,
So,
you gotta think all the plastic that's around us, our containers, our water, And people don't even think about that. I can't even tell you how many people I have to tell about certain things. They're like, "Nah, really?" Like, dude, look it up. Take some time to look shit up because they just blindly either they don't care or they blindly trust that we're being taken care of by this system that has never
That's a
taken care of us.
no, that I think that so many people are so reliant on the government to improve their situation. Little do they know it's really us that kind of get to decide that. I know they have a lot of power and stuff, but it's it's a lack of awareness. And I don't see it as so much of a them issue. I just see it as how we're programmed. We're tired from work. You have kids, or if you have family or family issues, you got to tend to self care. You don't People don't have the emotional capacity to learn more and give more energy to something that could be beneficial to them because we're tired. Like, oh,
Yeah,
now I gotta better myself in this way, or I gotta make myself and learn about all this food. I gotta start restricting. It's like people don't have the capacity to worry about that,
yeah, they're
because
giving
they're
their
barely
time and
making ends meet.
energy to everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sad, but it's the truth to a certain extent. So
Yeah, sadly, I think it's very individualistic because you have to take care of yourself at the end of the day. Because even if you try to help other people and, like, wake them up to certain things, like, you could only lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink, right?
mhm.
It sucks,
And
though.
there's
I wish I can get to people, like, get through their skull, be like, "Hey, shit's fucked up. We should probably start figuring this shit out, no? There's a bunch of pedophiles in the fucking government."
the question is, like, where do we start? Like, where do we start? That's the question. Because really, where would you start?
I think we just need to restart by getting rid of the politicians that are in position of power right now, 'cause we already know that they're all bought and paid for. They're all being either blackmailed or given some kickbacks for doing certain things. We get them out of the way, and then we start slowly, just like a snowball effect. We look into the Federal Reserve. We need to see why our money's worthless now. Um, the food, the water, just little things, little by little. You just gotta chip away. I just can't tell what's the most important thing. Maybe it is the
Yeah,
politicians, because all of our money's being sent to, like, random spots. There's a bunch of fraud, so maybe we could start with the fraud. That would be a good one.
you fraud.
Yeah, have you been seeing all, like, the hospices in California?
No, I honestly I try to stay away from the news. I don't
I
Where did you
can't.
hear this at?
I can't.
You can't?
Okay, so there's a guy, his name's Nick Shirley on, YouTube. And he was going around looking at different buildings that they were claiming to be hospices, right? And it was an abandoned motel, and each room was a different business of a hospice. And he goes and he's like, "There's no one in here. It's just an empty building." But they charge the state government. They charge them like 1.3 million or something. So recently, California is finally stepping up, and they closed like 900 hospices because they were fraudulent.
Did they get any time for this?
I don't even know. The California politicians were trying to get this guy to stop, investigating. Yeah. They're all in on it. Everybody in a position of
Oh,
power is in on it.
God.
Yeah. I think that's where we need to
Capitalism.
start.
Yeah.
See, that me and Alex talked about that because I think capitalism is good to a certain extent.
Yes,
Because,
100%.
like, if you have a business idea or you wanna make a product that's gonna help society, that's fucking awesome, and you get paid for it. That's awesome. But then there comes a point where companies become too powerful, they start buying another company, and they start buying another company, so now they just own all these companies, and they bring down the quality of that product just to save money.
It comes down to the money, because
Yeah.
the more money we have, the more access we have to our vices, right? Greed,
Oh,
lust,
yeah.
whatever the
Oh, yeah.
case is. So, yeah, so I guess that can change people, you know? And, once I mean, who they once were is now how not how they are now, with the
Yeah.
money that they have, and then you started like, "Oh, you know what? I could start making more," and then that becomes a cycle, and then you get power along with it, and it just starts corrupting people, not all, but, like, there's a higher chance of
A lot of them.
corruption,
Yeah.
and a good amount, good
Yeah,
amount of
and
people.
it's never enough. No amount of money is ever enough for people.
No, no.
It's a sad world we live in.
Yeah, I know, a depressing podcast,
I
huh?
know. I think it's important though. I know it's because I feel like Alex feels the same way. He's like, "Dude, stop bringing shit up like this." But I'm like, "Well, no, because you gotta really think about this. Because if you're putting in 40 hours of your life, you're giving your time and effort to this job, but then right off the bat, you're someone's stealing money from you with taxes. And then your tax money is just going to who knows what, to fake fucking hospices, and then you gotta pay taxes on everything you buy, pay it on gas, pay it on groceries, pay it you know? So it's like, fuck, we have to figure something out because 'cause we're just killing ourselves for no reason.
Yeah, we're being overworked, and the amount and I mean, what we're getting in return is has not
Trash.
increased. Has not increased at all. I
But the
think
cost of living
the
skyrocket.
cost of living skyrocketed, and corporations haven't really accommodated to that
Nope.
at all. I mean, do they care? No.
No, but at the same time, it's our fault too because 'cause we're the ones giving money to these corporations. Like Amazon, for example. Everybody
Oh,
knows that they mistreat their employees. But I just ordered something on Amazon yesterday. So it's a lot of people don't really care. Like, they pretend to care, but you're still gonna keep buying shit.
yeah. We're very such a product and consumer society that we live in, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
just
we're a big
oh, we're
consumer society.
oh god.
Yeah, that's why
It's
we don't make anything. That's why everything's from China because we just like consuming shit. Even if it's cheap and it's gonna break in a week, send it over Amazon.
Isn't that why the whole tariffs issue came about? So we can not have things made from China, but then like all the American stuff is like made here, and then even then it's like they can influx the prices, and
Well,
then
yeah,
so
it's
we people are still buying from China because it's like everything here is so expensive.
yeah,
So
because it's still gonna be cheaper. Because here you have the company that makes it in the US has to pay their people, what, minimum of, like, 20 bucks an hour? So
mhm.
right off the bat, you have to bring up your prices. I'm
Oh,
really not smart enough to figure this out, but I think corruption is the first little thing we gotta take care of.
corruption. I mean, it's always gonna be there, but like how many people? I mean, how many people are corrupt that's working in the government? These different branches. Oh God, they're all, like, helping each other out. It's just a
Yeah,
jail-free card, and they're monopolizing, and the double standards are very, very high within that vicinity, so
and it's even worse when it's a foreign government that's blackmailing your politicians to I don't know how up to date you are on everything going on.
I try not that I don't wanna be updated, is that, like, kind of like what I said earlier, it's not that I don't care, I can't afford to care that much, Like, I'm already caring I'm trying to help people in a different way, right? I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn, like, physiologically, psychologically how to help people. And then if I come home and, like, learn even more and try to do something on the political standpoint, I'm gonna fold like a lawnmower, like, just like a chair. Like, I'm just not gonna be able to be there for myself, and I think that's another reason of, like, point of, like, how we do self-care is learning how to know your threshold,
Yeah.
know when to stop because
Know
that
your
if
limits.
you know your limits, because sometimes it can overwhelm you and then you just feel lost and
Depressed.
depressed and you're anxious and it's like it really is you should be careful of like what you consume too on a daily basis. It's good to
Definitely.
be aware, good to help people become, knowledgeable in these areas. And not to say that we can't talk about things like this, but there's a certain point, where you should also live your life, do what makes you happy and what brings you peace because we do live in a world that's not the greatest right now, my
Yeah.
opinion.
Or well, yeah, it hasn't been for a while. We're just barely finding out that it's been a lot darker than we thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That is true, though. I think you should take a step back. Not you, but people should take a step back and not consume that much. Because, dude, if a person wanted, they could just nonstop scroll and learn new things about just random shit. Not even remember the next day. Actually, have Have you ever doom scrolled and then, like, an hour later, you're like, "What did I even watch?" Can remember, like, 1 or 2 videos you
Um,
saw.
I mean, I love YouTube. That's, like, my vice, I guess I would say, 'cause I don't
Yeah,
really have a vice. I mean, I don't watch I don't smoke, nothing. I don't do anything. So I guess my vice is watching YouTube, but no, I don't really, no. I mean, would that count as doom scrolling? Like, watching a lot of YouTube videos? I mean,
like,
I thought doom scrolling was, like, kinda like going through TikTok and just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling,
yeah. Well, I guess if you're doing YouTube Shorts, that might be considered doom scrolling, but if you're watching, like, a 30-minute video, nah, you're just, killing
Let's
time.
make it 15. Let's make it 15. I have a short attention span, so
Yeah. Well,
no, I'm
you
playing.
youngsters do have a short attention span.
No, we definitely do. We
I heard it's
definitely
getting
do. Thanks for the
worse.
shorts. Mhm,
Yeah, a lot of
mhm.
teachers are talking about how they have no control over the kids.
No. There's a really good I should send you that. There's a guy, I don't know if he was a psychologist or anything, but he was pointing out how that's a huge issue, and he was kind of upset about it. Like, why are we having screens, and, like, why are children learning from screens? Like, we should go back to the books
Yeah,
because they saw a huge decline once we started introducing the screens, the technology and the iPhones, the iPads and stuff. Their attention span is getting a lot, are diminishing, like, drastically, and
yeah.
there's a problem, and so he talks about it more deep, but yeah, it ah, yeah. I'm glad
Yeah.
I was at the cutoff.
Yeah, how can they really learn anything if their brain is used to, like, learning something for 15 to 20 seconds and then jumping to a new topic right away? So it makes sense that they're just losing interest in whatever they're being taught, and they're like, "Well, what's the next thing? What's the next thing?" You know?
And I think it's so much different. It's like reading a book on a tablet versus reading the physical book, like tactile, like actually feeling it. I feel like I'm able to grasp it more. Writing, instead of typing, I
Yeah,
end up grasping more. So I think that's also a thing that people should really consider as well. Why we aren't, these kids aren't learning as like good as they used to.
yeah. We're getting dumber.
Yeah,
We're already dumb
yeah,
as it is.
yeah.
Don't
We're
make it
in
worse. Don't make it worse.
oh my god.
Oh yeah. Well, Aaron, thank you for joining me on this first episode of Omar's podcast. I think I'm still gonna post it on my No Real Plan one, but I'm gonna claim the name.
Claim the title.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming on and sharing your nursing stories and whatnot. I'm
Even though I
happy
didn't
for
get
you,
to
dude.
answer I didn't even get to answer half of your questions, but thank you.
No, that's
I
okay. I'm gonna save them for the next time. In about a year or two, I'm gonna touch back and then we're gonna go over it, see how it's
okay.
going.
Yeah, no, I definitely have some answers for you. But,
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you inviting me onto um,
My
Omar's
brand new
podcast.
podcast.
Your brand new podcast. This is like my first podcast in my whole life. So
Perfect. You're a natural,
so
dude. You might consider doing some online podcasts, nursing tutorials or something.
yeah, I just gotta jot down. I don't have anything. I just went off top. But I probably if I had like little notes and bullet points, it probably would have been a lot easier to flow through. But
I liked it. It was good.
you know, yeah,
Yeah. All right. Well,
appreciate it.
thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. See you on the next one. Bye.